What's up? We're rocking No Shoes Nation today because Kenny Chesney, the owner of Blue Chair Bay Rum, just came out with a new mango cream rum flavor. And if you've never had Blue Chair Bay, this is the absolute best drink, I swear. Personal favorite of mine. Take my word for it or don't. But if you don't, you're missing out. Anyways, last week we talked a little bit about the current market, kind of what that looks like buying a property right now, and how these low interest rates are kind of offsetting these higher prices we're seeing. And if you're thinking of buying a home this busy season, May through mid-August, probably the most valuable information you'll receive or most valuable information you'll want, because it's really going to kind of help shift that mindset. Instead of looking at that daunting higher purchase price, it's more of looking at what that's going to look like per month. And this week we're kind of piggybacking off of that. And we're going to talk about what the cost is of waiting to purchase a home. So we're just going to jump right into it. I'm going to give you example number one of the cost of waiting to purchase a home. Again, this is just going to be a hypothetical scenario to keep these numbers simple and a little bit easier to understand. So example one, we've got a $100,000 property and you're going to pay 20% down. We're going to say right now interest rates are at 3.25%, and the mortgage you're going to use on this property is going to be a 30-year fixed mortgage. Your home insurance is going to be $500. This hypothetical $100,000 property with these terms will give you roughly a $555 monthly payment. But you decide, you think, who knows, maybe rates will drop even further below 3.25% and maybe we'll try again next year. Fast forward 1 year. That same $100,000 property you were looking at is now worth $120,000, and rates did not decrease. Rates are now at 3.5%. With all of the same factors, 20% down, property taxes at $2,000, home insurance at $500. At $120,000 for the same exact property, your monthly payment's looking at around $640 per month. So about an $85 difference. So that $85 difference per month will add up to about $1,000 per year. Let's take it up a notch. Say you decided not to purchase that $120,000 property. Think it might be overvalued, and you decide that you're going to wait another year and hope that rates go back down. Been going up for the last year and they've got to go down at some point. So let's just hold off for another year. Fast forward to year three. You've been saving up for the last 2 years and now you can actually afford a $250,000 property. But now interest rates are at 3.6%. Let's say you find a $250,000 property. This place at a 3.6% interest rate on a 30-year mortgage, your mortgage payment is looking around $1,100 per month. And you can afford this because you've been saving up for the last couple of years, but a 3.6% interest rate is too high. It's been going up for the last 2 years. It's got to go down at some point. Fast forward to year four. That $250,000 property that you loved, that you really wanted, but rates were too high for you, did not sell. But now it's listed at $263,000. And rates, in fact, did not decrease, they increased. Now they're at 3.8%. Your mortgage payment now on $263,000 at 3.8% is around $1,200, a little over $1,200 per month. The cost of waiting on this property is approximately $91 per month. Over the course of a year, this is a little under $1,100 per year. Here's the scary part. Let's say whatever place you're looking at, you are planning to stay there for 30 years. It's your absolute dream home. You're going to live there until that thing is paid off. By year 30, by waiting that 1 year, over 30 years, that costs you a little under $33,000 just by waiting 1 year. Not only in this scenario will it cost you around $33,000 over 30 years, this does not include the equity that you would have accumulated over that year if you had purchased instead of waited. At a mortgage payment, a little over $1,100 per month, you're looking at tens of thousands of dollars that you would have accumulated over that year if you had decided not to wait. Now we're going to kind of combine last week's video and this week's video into a quick little synopsis here to give you the full picture of what we're looking at. Even though prices are super high right now on homes, property values are projected to increase over the next year or over the next 2 years potentially. Same with interest rates. By the end of 2022, interest rates are projected to be around 3.7%. Now, I just want to be clear, I'm not a genie. I do not have all the answers. These are just projections. We don't know what's going to happen. But if home prices continue to increase in value and interest rates go up to 3.7%, in these examples, I was using a 0.2 to 0.25% increase in the interest rate over a year. If rates are around 3.2% and they increase up to 3.7%, the cost to wait per month or annually, if you want to look at it that way, could be substantially higher with a 0.5% interest rate gap. And with the $250,000 property example jumping to $263,000, that was only a 5% appreciation rate over a year. Last year we're like 9 to 11% depending on where you're at in the country. So that also could double. To put these two together, prices may be high, but with lower interest rates, you really want to make sure that it works within your means, within your monthly payment budget. And carrying into what we talked about today, when you're looking at that monthly payment, you can see what that difference is there in buying now and deciding to wait. So to wrap this up, as I've mentioned many times over, it always will come down to your current situation and if it makes sense for you. Life can take some crazy turns sometimes. You know, you might get laid off, might have a salary cut, you might get relocated for work. On the bright side, you might get a raise. What's up? I'm making a video right now. You wanna get in it?
What's up?
It's Bo. Good guy right there. But anyways, don't panic. It's not a financial crisis if you don't purchase this year and you decide to wait a year. It's not going to make or break you financially, I promise. But it is something to note, and it would be a disservice to you guys if these things weren't brought up. The whole point of these videos are to bring value to you and help you understand what this home buying process looks like from all angles and how to approach it when that time comes. So anyways, now that Bo's back, I think we're gonna go wash our cars before the sun goes down. When the sun goes down. It's a KC reference. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, as always, shoot me a text, DM, comment below, whatever's easiest for you. But with that said, I will see you next week.